logs, mostly wind-fallen trees, and move them into the tributaries and arms of the Sarita. We will use these logs and boulders to rebuild the banks, reshape the river, and create pools for salmon habitat. At various sites spread around the Sarita Valley, our community members work at preparing the boulders and fallen trees that will be bolted to the riverbanks. Debris that will rechannel the water to hopefully restore a natural balance to the river. The sky crane will spend the entire day lifting tons of this man-made debris away from these sites and into the nearby creeks. The costs for undertaking such an operation are enormous, and since this is cutting edge, nobody is sure exactly what the results will be or when we will see them.
I just estimated, and that's not even calculating all this air crane time and how much it would cost to put large woody debris in the pools and build riffles in certain areas. I estimated that it would take about $5 million to restore that watershed properly.
Maybe it won't take us 20 years, maybe it'll take us 15. I know ideally we'd like to have it done in 10. Yeah. And if we could get the funding levels up to the $500,000 a year, then we could achieve that. But it's slow. The process is just agonizingly slow.
Yeah.
And so, for the last several summers, Stefan and his crew have been working in the watershed. Clear-cut logging has filled these stream beds with gravel. By building these structures, even wiring the logs onto banks, they are hoping to prevent further erosion while using the water flow itself to scour out pools, creating new habitat for the salmon.
This was a beautiful pool. It was a stump-controlled pool. Really, the current used to just hit that big stump and create this pool, but there was no cover. So by providing this root wad, all the fish will be able to hang out in there, and there'll be extra scouring happening during the winter, so this pool will be even deeper.
Due to the Federal Department of Fisheries regulations, our teams only have 2 short months each year to complete this important in-stream work, adding additional pressures to this time-consuming process.
You can't get anything approved unless you go through and jump through these hoops that are set by the government. We're working with all these guidelines, and all we're trying to do is fix the river, and we've got a very small, narrow opportunity to do it. And there's different windows that we have to abide by and able to restore the Sarita River, which is our #1 priority, the heart of the people.
I'm feeling really good about some people that we're working with. And surprisingly, it's been industry that has been the most supportive, has been the one that has been the first to the table and putting something on the table, being the one supporting our restoration initiatives. And that part has been exciting. We basically had to bring British Columbia screaming and hollering to our planning and participating in the planning.
The cut block's finished now, so I've got printouts here that the volumes that came off the cut block.
After each block of Huu-ay-aht land has been logged and the wood processed, assessment meetings are held with Weyerhaeuser to determine the final results.
Figure out how much volume was in the retention patches, so actually our net harvest volume was really close to what we expected. And everything else, went really, really well with the opening.
If we didn't have this working relationship, we wouldn't even be able to get where we are today. Like, we wouldn't even be able to say, let's go to the province on a joint proposal. And I think we're conquering new ground here. You have to establish a trust level between the people that you're working with. And I think we've gone a long way. I mean, I remember when I got in the room and I wouldn't trust one word that Wayne said, but I have a different feeling today. And especially what happened with
Well, one of Robert's endearing qualities is his constant reminder that the land base giveth, so the land base needs something, and the land base needs something in the sense of the Sarita needs some funds to get the rebuilding of the fish stocks.
It's early summer. Water levels are still high, and some of the fish habitat structures we built are being put to the test. It's time for the release of hundreds of thousands of salmon fry into the Sarita, both in river and ocean pens further down the road.
In the net pen, the idea there is for the fish to get more used to the river, to the water, to the smell. Actually, that's one of the things that cause the salmon to home into their native river. And so we feed them in the net pen for about a week to 10 days, feeding them usually once or twice a day. And so they gain quite a bit of weight in that 1 week, and then we just lower the net and they're off to the ocean. We also do releases directly into the river. So today we actually released up to 200,000 little Chinook, which weigh between 4 and 5 grams.
It's a good sight to see this river come back alive again after it was just about dead there for a while. We're getting there slowly and trying to get back to maybe our people will be able to eat salmon again.
Once these tiny fish have matured and found their way to the sea, they face a gauntlet of ravenous predators and sports and commercial fishermen. The return on these Sarita fish is currently only 1%. While that doesn't sound like much, in the 1980s there were only 120 Chinook returning to the Sarita. Lately there have been as many as 2,000 coming back upriver to spawn.
I like to see the day that there's so much salmon in the Sarita River watershed that we can do what the old people used to do, and that was they'd be able to witness the salmon, be so much salmon in the river that you could almost walk across the river. And yeah, maybe one day we'll see that. But we can't see it unless we do the work that's needed to rebuild it.
It was the time for celebrating the completion of our big house, and as we waited patiently on our beach at Anakla for the visiting canoes to arrive, there was much to prepare. As in the old days when our Tai Hutworth invited guests to potlatch celebrations, we smoked and barbecued fish and gathered mussels, clams, and urchins for the days of feasting ahead. These sea urchins, now a rare delicacy, are quickly transported up the beach, where some of the elders can't resist trying them out. Then, distant songs announced the arrival of our guests, representatives of the 14 Nuu-chah-nulth tribes who have paddled as much as 2 days to reach us.
It's great. It's a great feeling. It's the most wonderful feeling you ever have when you have the rights to the beach, and when I say the rights to the beach, it was given to my mother actually quite a number of years ago when she got married as a wedding dowry. She had handed it down to all her grandchildren, granddaughters, and her nieces to look after the beach for us. And it's a great feeling when you invite people from other nations to a place like this.
The Houet in the last 10, 15, 20 years have really come out traditionally in finding our culture more and more. We've got canoe paddlers, we have a dance group. The chiefs are all bringing their songs together now, and people have been preparing and getting ready for this for quite a while.
We welcome the Weyerhaeuser. Walk the seas. Run, Weyerhaeuser. Welcome to the shore of the Houet.
I couldn't believe what I was feeling inside of me when we were standing here singing, and the canoes were all there waiting, and the chief or the speaker in the boat stands up and asks to be welcomed ashore. And this is really a traditional thing where you bring people in, you feed them, you make them more than welcome. And that's just a custom or a tradition of ours.
Much love. Look what. You're welcome to the territory of the Houet. Untitled.
Have the canoes closer together.
Easy now.
Pulling it up. Make sure the guy in the back brings the other one towards right away. Bring the other roller forward.
When we completed the House of Houet, it was an extremely happy moment for me, because it meant that we will once again see our government in action. We will once again see our culture blossoming to its full potential. It's just some things that you can't explain what's happened because that house was built. And it was great to have so many other Nuu-chah-nulth people come to our village in Untitled, because it has been probably something like 50 to 60 years that amount of Nuu-chah-nulth people have been in Houet territory. We haven't seen that for a long time. And we want to welcome you all here.